Hello and welcome to Monday. Whew, I talked about this last week, and during the flights these past couple of days, I had a lot of time to do some gaming. And gaming I did. All ended up kind of reaching a point where today I kind of accomplished a childhood dream. I started this back in, I think the first time I actually mentioned it was the end of August, and let's call it start of September. So the very, very beginning of September, I started to give myself a challenge. And that challenge was to essentially catch every single Pokemon possible in Pokemon Fire Red. And I completed that in November, I believe, and immediately started up with the the Hoenn games. So the third generation Pokemon being Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. And it's taken a while. I guess, yeah, if I did that in November, and we are at the start of, not even the start, we're almost halfway through June. It took quite a bit of time, but I've completed a living dex in Generation 3. Like, the catchphrase of Pokemon is gotta catch 'em all, right? So I ended up doing just that. I caught them all, at least in the first, the Generation 3 Pokemon games. There's a lot to catch. There is a lot to catch. 386 Pokemon across 5 games. Technically 6, maybe 7, maybe 8, maybe 9, depending on how you're counting this. But 5 games minimum. And because we live in 2023, 2024, when I started doing this, when I finished doing this, we have tools to inject our saves with fun little things that were hyper exclusive. And now I was able to finally, after 20 years, accomplish a childhood dream, and that's catching them all. So yeah, I have a Generation 3 living dex. I'll throw up screenshots here in just a second, but right now you can see that my Pokedex is filled to the brim. We have 202 seen, in the Hoenn Dex, and 386 in the National Dex. And I own every single one of them. Again, screenshots will be appearing up right here, but man, that was quite a journey. This was like 9 months in the making, and I finally sat down and did it over the course of multiple months, pretty much like a couple hours a day when I was working out. And I started doing this across the Generation 4 and Generation 5 games as well. And we're at the point where, hey, I accomplished that goal. I can transfer literally everything up to Generation 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, and then up to 8 and 9, and that'd be sick to do. The best part is, because I'm doing this on this kind of hardware, I can just back up the save and not have to worry about losing them. They're always going to be here, either on this cartridge or on the SD card. This cartridge is just here for visual representation. I don't even need it to continue playing this game. And it's just it's so neat to just finally have this kind of dream realized. And all day as I was working towards this, just getting the final stuff done, I was like, this is insane what I'm doing, and I absolutely love it. And whew, what a journey it has been. Very, very cool, and I can't wait to see what Generation 4 has in store for me. And I think the big thing now is what am I gonna do next. I finished this game on the elliptical today, and well, that means I need a new game for the elliptical. I was browsing through and I figured, why not, right? Let's try something different. So the reason I stuck with Generation 3 as opposed to 1 and 2 is because while Pokemon Blue was my first Pokemon game and Pokemon Silver was one of the first Pokemon games that I owned, Fire Red was pretty much where I spent the bulk of my time as a kid. Same with the Hoenn games, and as well as Pearl in Generation 4. But with these ones, I can transfer them up to anything, really. They can exist in Generation 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so on and so forth. But you can't do that with Generation 1 and 2. However, you can transfer Generation 1 and 2 up to Generation 7, I believe. Maybe I don't think you can do it with 6, but for 7, I know for sure. And we get to have some real fun with that too. So the way it works is that you can only do this through the Virtual Console release, but because we have tools on our side that are allow us to do save edits and whatnot, I can essentially play a game here on my Pocket, and then from there we will be able to either transfer that save onto the 3DS, and then we would be able to transfer everything from that save up to Generation 7, which would be super, super cool to do. However, that requires a bit of extra work, and it's weird. There's a little bit of stuff that needs to be going on there, and I figured it would give me the opportunity to try something a bit different. A ROM hack, specifically Crystal Legacy. This is a ROM hack created by a PokeTuber, or YouTuber rather, known as Smith Plays, or Smith Plays Pokemon, and this is a incredibly well made ROM hack from what I've heard. Reception has been amazing, and it is probably one of the better hacks for Crystal from what I've been told. And there's a lot of hype and a lot of cool things surrounding this, and I really want to play it. And the best part is you can view your Pokemon stats in the menu while you're going about your. So if I pick a Cyndaquil right here, and then oh my gosh, I need to sit through a bunch of text. You can just view your stats. There's not as many complications in Generation 1 and 2, so they can be easily you can easily recreate them. There isn't really too much anything. There's no checks or anything. There's checks in Generation 3 and onward, but not Generation 1 and 2. So because of that, I'm able to do some fun stuff, and we'll probably be doing that fun stuff later. But if I check right now and see the Cyndaquil stats, right here it shows me the attacks, defense, health, special, and speed. We got pretty good attack and special, or attack and speed, but the special and defense and health could be better. So all I got to do is reset, but we'll have some fun with this, and we'll see where this goes. I'm very excited to just start playing this and see what nonsense I can get up to, and we'll go on from there. With that said, however, that's where I'm going to call it for today. This was a childhood dream come true, and I'll continue to keep unlocking as many Pokemon as I can in the next generation. So Generation 4, that means Platinum and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. We'll work on getting those done, and hopefully it won't be too bad. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, later.